All right. Well, I'm having the great honor of sitting with Kanoa and Tanya Galios from Las Vegas, Nevada, a brother sister combo ass kickers. Let me tell you, they're slaying it. So, I want you guys to tell me a little bit about your background. Kanoa, let's start with you. I know you do some group training, and man, I saw you doing some crazy aerobatic stuff. You even had a little stint at the Venetian. I've seen a little bit of that just on your social media. And Tanya, I want you guys to tell me a little bit about your bio. So, how about ladies first? I guess we should do that, shouldn't we, Kanoa? And we should start with Tanya, the beautiful Tanya. So,
Okay.
give us a little bit of your bio.
Well, my fitness journey kind of restarted for me, like after I had back surgery. I had back surgery in 2016. I was in a wheelchair for a good couple of months. I couldn't
Wow,
walk more than like 10 feet
holy,
before just like excruciating pain. But as soon as I had the surgery and I could start working out again, that's when like a lot of things kind of flipped in my mind where I was just like, I never want to feel that helpless again. So with the help of my brother and like a couple other trainers, we started rehabilitating my athleticism, I guess, and
yeah,
slowly back. I picked up a lot of weight, so I dropped a lot of weight, and then now we're just well, now I'm kind of obsessed with it. I like anything I want to do, anything to be active. I'm like I want to do it. I never want to feel like I'm gonna miss out.
good for you. What was the stem of your back surgery, Tanya? Like, what happened there?
Well, I still have like degenerated discs in my lower back, so I still have to
Oh,
be
okay.
careful. But
Yeah.
this this last time it was bulging for a while, and then all of a sudden it just herniated like so
Wow.
bad where it started compressing some of my nerves,
Yeah.
so I couldn't even stand up straight.
Wow. And now look at you. We'll get into that
Yeah.
here in a minute. So I'm interested in that. So Kanoa, give us a little bit of your bio there, buddy.
I was a gymnast for 18 years, high level competitive gymnast. Went through a lot of injuries. Also, I broke my back. I compressed fractured my back when I was younger as well, but it actually helped me for a little bit. It made me a little more flexible, oddly enough. Then around 18, I was scouted by Cirque du Soleil, so I left high school early, finished high school, moved to Canada and Montreal, and
Oh,
started
wow.
being an acrobat there. Then straight from there, moved to Vegas, and yeah, I've been performing. I just recently retired from performing about 3 years ago to really pursue fitness and put all that behind, but have a good basis of being in a very active world.
Nice. Holy. So that I didn't realize that you had a stint here in Canada. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
love
Nice.
Canada. Love Canada.
Well, that's good to hear. We welcome you two back anytime. It'd be great to have you. That'd be great. So holy, and so now your fitness journey kind of begins where you thought, I want to give back more to people. Is that kind of what it is? Like train people to get them more active, get them better,
Um, I,
healthier?
when I was younger, I was already coaching gymnastics around 12, 13, and I really like seeing people grow and get better, and I just like the growth process. So
Yeah.
now that I'm older, and of course I still coach kids in gymnastics, I also want to like branch out and get into group training, which also helps adults of every shape, shot size and shape, and it helped my sister out, which was probably one of my main goals to get back into fitness world. So
That's pretty sweet. Hey, Tanya. Aw. Who's the big brother, little sister here? What is the age between the two of you here?
the big
I'm
sister.
the big sister.
You're the big sister. I can't tell you both look so damn young. I would never know that. So where where are we at in the age realm here? Tanya, how
She's
old are you?
35,
I'm 36.
36, 36. I'm 31.
Oh wow. You guys are close though. Yeah. Pretty
Hmm.
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. So now, Tanya, let's go back to you. And when did your journey start with knowing that you had this congenitive, what do you call it? Congenitive disorder?
Degenerated disc. I had
Degenerative, sorry.
right after high school, I started having problems. I was in and out of the hospital a couple of times, like the emergency room, just because of the pain. And that's when we kind of noticed it started to happen. So just over the years, it always kind of bugged me. I would pop pain pills like ibuprofen or something, get cortisone shots, do massage therapy to kind of just mask it and push it back into place for a little bit until just it kept happening, and then just one time, it was actually kind of funny because we went bowling one night, and I wrong, and I was just like, ooh, that's gonna hurt me the next day. And then ever since that, like I couldn't walk. So it was
Damn. All
it
over
got it
something
got hit
so
fun
yeah,
that
something
it
so innocent.
right. Something that was supposed to be really fun actually kind of hurt me.
Oh, so you go home that night after bowling, you know something's not quite right. What was your next step? Get the hell to the hospital, I take it.
Well, yeah, I think I had started off going like urgent care or something, so I couldn't make my way to like the doctors couldn't see me right away. And I was like, okay, maybe if I just go there, they'll give me some muscle relaxers or something, it'll go away. But it just never did. I started seeing a specialist. They right away didn't want to give me any type of surgery because they're like, well, you're too young to have it, so we're gonna try all these other things first. But then nothing was working until finally they're like, okay, yeah, we have to give you the surgery now. And I was like, thankfully, like, okay, give it to me. I just want to start.
Yeah. And so that took you through what age was that when that really kind of started? You had the surgery?
I had this surgery 2 years ago.
Oh, just 2 years.
Yeah.
So here you are 2 years. So you're in a wheelchair not long ago. Now you're learned to deadlift via Kanoa, and now you're doing combine series. When I heard this story the other day when I was in Vegas at the gym, and then I saw you Kanoa, and I was like, honestly, I had some tears. I was like, what the hell? Like what drives people is what just amazes me, and how you get this courage and the strength to say, I'm not going to sit in this wheelchair forever, and I'm going to overcome this and turn this
Yeah.
struggle into a strength. And here the two of you are encouraging and helping each other along the way, and it's bloody amazing. So what's the next big thing for you, Tanya? What's the next big thing you want to tackle?
Well, right now, I'm excited about combine. So I'm gonna do it again. 18.2 coming up.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it again.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
So
is
just
so
trying to improve those numbers. Like seeing where I can add more weight, maybe just training a little more for it. So.
and you know, do you realize how inspirational you are doing this? Like, I just take a minute and breathe. No, seriously though, Tanya, you're in a wheelchair a couple months ago, and then not even deadlifting 2 weeks ago, right, or a month ago, and now here you are. You're in there slaying a really hardcore ass kicking workout.
And to add on that, she was only deadlifting the bar when she
Oh
first
yeah.
learned it. So the combine was the first time she actually put weight on the bar.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So what drove that? Is it the environment? Is it your brother? Is it you saying, I'm just gonna do this?
Kind of everything because I'm like I have nothing to lose, so I'm like I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens. I've been strength training, we doing like mixed martial arts and like a bunch of everything, and I'm just like I just want to try everything I can and see where I'm actually at and see where I can improve. So I just want to do everything at this point.
I
At least
love this is like a reborn of Tanya here, eh? At 35. Look at you fly.
pretty much, yeah. It was kind of crazy. Like once I walked out of the hospital, I was just like, I walked out of the hospital on my own. That was the first thing I was like, I can walk again. So kind of flipped the switch in my mind. I was like, okay, started getting back on healthy dieting. I started seeing a nutritionist. And then once I was released to start working out, I started with Kanoa's kick classes, just of course scaling down because I was just starting to like walk and run again. But
But the cool part was the doctors didn't release her yet to work out.
oh, I had recovered so well that I actually started like hiking and actually like riding a bike before I was technically released to return to
Yeah.
physical activity. I just healed. The surgery went really well. I couldn't be happier.
So Tanya, we have to add rebel to your dossier now. You are a rebel. You don't listen to anything. I got you now in my sights. Oh man. Well, that's pretty cool. Kanoa, take us up to where you are today and walk us through a little bit of your journey here as a kid. And like you said, you started in some gymnastics. You've had this passion and drive, and what gets you going?
I've always had that competitive nature in me, I guess you could say. I never wanted to be second best to anybody, and that I guess drives me to keep pushing, keep pushing. I'm actually going to be doing the Super League Power just to see where I'm at as well, even though I know that's not my strength, but I want to try it and see where I'm at and push through any mental blocks that I have and see what I can surprise myself with. Because being a gymnast and an acrobat, there's so many things that are not natural for a human body to do, and I did them anyways.
Yeah.
And I've always like when someone tells me I can't do it, that's what drives me a lot is people who say you can't do it and you're never gonna do good at it. You should just give up a little bit. Like I want to prove those people wrong. So that's what drives me.
Hell yeah, you do. And I got
Yeah.
your back. I love that kind of drive. So, is there when you say that, is there any one thing that comes to your mind that says, I remember back such and such a time when somebody, I don't care if it was in the school grounds or it said, Kanoa, you're never going to do that. You're never going to be an acrobat. Is there any one thing that comes to your mind right like that that says, I proved him or her wrong?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of a funny story, but not really in a way. It was when I transferred and from Hawaii to California, a coach told me that you're never going to be good if you stay down here. And I was like, really? So I was like, all right, I'll take that challenge. And literally in 2 weeks, my parents took me out of school, transferred me to California, and right away started gymnastics in California. And I had to play the catch-up game. Like a lot of our family, both of us combined, our family in Hawaii that didn't believe that we would survive in the mainland, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like they always said, we'll be back, we can't leave the islands. And that was probably a big main drive for both of us to be like, no, we can succeed away from our family, away from the island, and do well with our lives.
That is awesome. So,
Yeah.
are they all smiling now to see you two lighting it up the way you are, going like, "Oh my God, they proved us wrong.
It took
They never came home."
them a while to see that, but yeah, now they're happy. Now they're happy with what we've done and progress, and see
And
where
the growth.
the growth that we've become as adults. So
That
that's
is cool. So, do you guys go home often to Hawaii, or do they come and see you? Or
we're actually leaving to Hawaii in
19 days.
19 days.
oh, not that you're counting, Tanya. Hey, 19 days, 8 hours, and 16 minutes. Well, that's great. So, how big of a family are you going home to, you guys?
Well, just me and my sister are in our family, but we have
Like our dad has 7 other brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Big family on that
yeah,
side. And
very, very, very big family.
our mom got what she have 3 other brothers and sisters. So pretty
Yeah.
big family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a heck of a party. When do you want me to show up? What's the game plan?
I mean, our Christmas party alone had about 60 people at our house, and that was just immediate family.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of food ate and beers drank, I guess.
It was, though, for sure.
Right on. So is Vegas where you guys see yourselves at for long term? You like living there? It seems like
Oh,
home.
how long have you been here now?
We've been here since 2005.
Oh, wow.
I think it was for a while, just because I had lived in Arizona and California, and then here I was like, well, I might just stay here for a while, see where life takes me, and then
I wasn't
years later, we're
yeah,
still
it was
here.
probably about the first 3 years living here. We weren't like residential. I was in the Middle East performing. Then I moved to San Diego right after performing at SeaWorld, which is pretty funny, and like traveled a lot everywhere. And then before we started actually settling down, it was probably a good 3 years.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
And you two are very close, obviously, and support each other big time and have each other's biggest fan, right? Fair to say.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
that's pretty cool, and that's great. You guys have that together. So in the I want to hear a little bit more about this gymnastics, aerobatics. Do you call it aerobatics? What is it?
Acrobatic.
Oh yeah, I should get my shit right. Acrobatics. I knew that. I'm thinking aero because you're flying in the air, you crazy bugger. So really, what was your passion there? Like, what did you like doing? Flying up high or on the tightrope, or what the heck was your thing? What's your forte?
uh, I guess circus and like acrobatics kind of just fell in place after gymnastics because I decided not to continue gymnastics because I had way too many injuries. My back was always hurting me. Like once I broke it, and never healed properly. So it's now fused together, which makes a lot of things a lot harder. But to be that high level of athlete and performance wise was very difficult and taxing on the body. So the next step would have been circus, which is a little easier as I thought. but then now you go into a different form of movement, which made it even harder. But I guess the thrill of just flying is what I like the best, being up high. Yeah, I love
Flipping.
flipping. I guess like anything flipping and just, I don't know, just doing things that are superhuman, I think is like what kind of I like to do.
So where can like I just saw on your Instagram post the one it was a picture at the Venetian, I believe it was quite a ways back. But where can one go to see some of the things that you've done? Like, is there a YouTube channel or
There is some things on YouTube where I have like acrobatic demos and like some performance clips. It's Kanoa 756. That's the
okay,
YouTube.
okay,
And yeah, that's just like some of the stuff that I did over time. I was definitely a lot smaller, a lot younger, but I guess the most recent footage on that would be about 2.5 years ago, I would say. And that's when I retired from acrobatic world and to the fitness world.
cool. Okay, well I'm gonna check that out because I want to see you flying high in the sky. This will be pretty cool. Tanya, what's kind of been one of your biggest passions? What does Tanya love to do on the daily? What really drives you?
Well, we've been training with a like an MMA personal trainer. So we have our first competition. Actually, we both are training. We have our first competition in June. So we're kind of concentrating on that right now too.
So fighting, MMA
Yeah.
fighting?
Yeah.
Holy gee, what
That's
what
yeah.
what don't you two do?
Try a little bit of everything. So never know.
No
So I'll get
kidding.
again. I did a lot of karate, like Kempo karate growing up,
Yeah.
but I kind of wanted to get back into some type of fighting style. So one of the trainers at City Athletic Club, he teaches Taekwondo, so that's how we kind of hooked up with him.
Well, good for you. Holy shit. Well, I'm gonna watch what I say to the two of you. You're gonna whoop my ass. I better be careful here. Be in an arm bar before I can say,
Right.
Right.
you know that I'm going to tell you, Tanya, that's not the answer I was thinking I was going to get. Here you are, stoked to go kick the crap out of someone in MMA. God, I love it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Good. Well, I like it. So, what drew you two to Super League big time, other than being in the atmosphere of City Athletic? And I guess it's kind of a given because that's the founding home and Jay, the founder of it there. But who approached the two of you?
Actually, it was a funny. I was doing CrossFit there, and I've only recently been doing CrossFit with probably the past 2 years since I've been at City when I first started working there,
Yeah.
and even then I wasn't doing it hardcore. And another trainer who does the CrossFit and she teaches full fitness upstairs at City. She's like, "Hey, you want to give it a shot?" And I was like, "I don't know. I mean, I'm not like that good. I don't know what it's about." And then right away, she went to the office, talked with Sue, and lo and behold, I started the testing and ended up falling in love with it.
That is
And now
so
I'm
cool.
pretty much combine obsessed. I'm always on that app trying to figure out numbers.
You're thinking about your next now that you can actually have the option to do it a different way. You got the next one in line, don't you?
Yeah, I have a couple little tricks I'm gonna try to pull and see what I can pull out. Hopefully get close to the same number.
That is awesome. And Tanya, are you loving it equally as so? I bet, eh?
I am, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Like I didn't really do too much CrossFit workouts myself. Like I had him just teach me, um, like kind of the movement and what to do and like form and everything. And
Yeah.
then they actually encouraged it, like, hey, you want to try it? I'm like,
You kind of
okay,
pressured her into
well
it,
that too.
but she couldn't back it up.
But then I was like, yeah, I might as well try it. So ended up
You know what's really cool? I think about the two of you doing this, and then now the MMA fighting. Imagine how good this is going to be for your cardiovascular going into MMA
Oh yeah,
fighting too, right?
yeah,
definitely
it
we can
really
see
helps.
it
Yeah.
playing hand in hand. Like
Yeah.
definitely, it, which is
Well, that
great.
that's cool. Maybe you're going to have to reach out to George St. Pierre then here in Canada and tell him he better come and do the combine and up his cardio, hey, and teach you a few
Right.
few MMA tricks. That'd be cool.
Right?
That's awesome. So, what do you guys do for fun there, other than you're hardcore working out, you're hardcore staying in shape, you two, and you seem to always have these passions that you're grabbing, and you're taking life and you're grabbing it by the horns. And God, I love to hear that. You're both so inspirational. What else kind of drives the two of you? What else is a passion and something you love to do?
That's a tough one, but I guess you could say anything active because for the longest time she couldn't do anything. because she was always injured, and I'm teared up with that.
This is good, buddy. I love it. I love it.
And I couldn't do much, and I always felt sorry for it. So I didn't want to always push myself, I guess, to have fun without her. So I was, now that she's okay and she's healthy, anything active that we can do to get out of the house and enjoy life, that's what like drives, I guess, what's fun for us. Hiking, getting out, trying new things that she would think was going to hurt her. We ended up, now we can do it. Hang gliding, we do anything adventurous, extreme sports. That's what we like now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Damn.
actually go open water shark diving when we go back home.
Well, of course you are, Tanya. I wouldn't expect any less. They're crazy. Holy shit. You know what? That was so beautiful, Kanoa, and to see that you and Tanya have this bond as siblings, and you rely on one another, and you need each other. That's a beautiful kind of special bond, and I can sit here and say how fortunate I am to have the same with my sister. We're only two. She's a couple years older than me. Same kind of thing. And God, I don't ever want to take that for granted. And to see what you two have, that's goddamn beautiful. Um, Tanya, I was watching you go like, oh my God, keep it together, Kanoa, keep it together. Oh, but it's so beautiful. It's beautiful that your brother has that love for you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys support each other. That's pretty damn cool. Well, I can't wait to watch you two in the ring slaying it together. Maybe even an MMA. Maybe you two can square off. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that would be interesting because our first tournament, if there's not enough female competitors,
I may have to compete against boys. So I might have to compete against him.
Oh shit! Well, I was kidding, but we're not far off here. This might happen. Oh damn, that's cool. So I want to hear a little bit about your heritage. So Hawaii, that's where you guys were born, raised, grew up.
Mhm.
So because I'm not familiar with names, so when I hear Galios, like it says to me, I was thinking that's like some Spanish or something too. But what is a little bit of your two culture and heritage? It's a beautiful name. I'm just wondering how the heck this came about here.
Well, Galios, yes, that's Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was correct on that one, but I don't really know if it's because our grandparents immigrated from the Philippines,
Ah,
and a lot of things were like,
Not properly documented, I
yeah,
guess.
and then
Because
the
we tried doing
hospital.
research on that last name, and then we came up with all kinds of like Greek and Portuguese and all kinds of crazy things. So we're like, oh, interesting. So we're gonna try to do one of those ancestry things just to see
yeah.
where it comes from.
Yeah.
That's why I was really intrigued by it, because you two are both just stunningly beautiful and gorgeous in every way. And you got this, no, really seriously, and you got this warm, kind heart to you. You got all these great qualities. So I always wonder about, I'm a history nut, and I love to know about different cultures from the past and where people come from and what drove them to be these beautiful, significant people, and that's why it's kind of like with your name. And then when you guys talked about Hawaii, I just get curious. So that's kind of cool. Well, make sure you keep me in your loop. I'm curious to know what you guys find out. There's some Filipino, there's some
Oh, that's
Hawaiian, there's some Spanish there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Portuguese, you said too, maybe. Hey, Tanya, yeah, a little bit of everything. That is awesome. So, your guys' days are busy. Tanya, what do you do for work too as well?
Well, I work in customer service. I
Nice.
do like loan fulfillment. So I'm behind a desk all day, and I think that's why I like to be so active on like my non-work time because I'm just like so stagnant all day.
Yeah. So
That
when
I'm
you
behind the computer.
you say behind it, do they have you one of those stand-up ones?
Um, no, I could request it, but I'm attached with a cord, so it's kind of hard to like move. So I just end up sitting.
Ah, because I've seen a lot of people because of ergonomics, and they have to have these policies now, right? That they have those, and man, people just love them, because they don't. It is sore to sit after a while, and you can only stretch so much. And I was
Right.
curious if that was something that they did for you or you required. Yeah,
I should have requested it, but like because with my back and everything, but like I feel like I'm strong enough and active enough that I'll stand up when I need to. I'll take a walk when I need to. That I don't really need it. I'm not too uncomfortable.
good, good. Well, that's good. Just keep letting your brother whoop your ass and keep you getting stronger. That's a good thing. I got to say, I just think it's so remarkable what you two have. Wow. And I love seeing that. And it's great. And I think it's missing in this goddamn world today where people drift apart or they don't really say their feelings and they don't identify how they feel and what they want. And not only in family, but everything, you know? So I'll tell you, Kanoa, from the first time I met you the other day, which is less than a week ago, and I wanted to give you a hug, and you're like, no, dude, I'm sweaty. I was like, I give a shit. Bring that thing in here. I gave you a big squeeze. Man, I felt it from you from the time our hearts touched. I'm not kidding you. You're a beautiful human being, and you have so much to offer in this world. And Tanya, I equally look forward to giving you a hug. Even if you're sweaty, I'm all in. And yeah, and connect that way. You guys are doing great things, and you're changing lives, and you're inspirational as hell. And I think that's what I really want to bring to the forefront, you know, is people to see the inspiration that you got. You guys had all these obstacles, and what did you do? You just fucking mowed them over. I'm just gonna say it that way. Where did that come from? I want to know if you guys have someone in your life that had that biggest part of the drive you two have and the strength you have from internal too. Like you have this internal strength, the both of you. Where did that come from? Who's the driver?
Our parents.
It has to be our parents because they were always really supportive in everything and anything we ever wanted to try and do, and they still are. So.
Yeah, and like when I transferred from Hawaii to California, my parents are still married to this day. How long is it going to be?
39 years.
39 years. They're going to still be married, and
good for them.
My mom left my dad for 3 years so she could live with me in California while I finished my career. Wow. And they did there because there was no money to all because gymnastics is very expensive and all the traveling fees and hotel fees. There was never really enough money for my mom and dad to ever see each other again. But the connection that they had and how they supported each other, I guess, kind of rubbed off on me to support my sister. And it helped too when my mom was like, "This is the only sister you're ever going to get."
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful, and I don't doubt you guys tell them that on the daily, but isn't that remarkable too, how they go to any length to support you two, but yet you two do the same back for them. And there again, I'm going to say my opinion only, that's so damn rare in this world today. And the millennials of today, I'm very blessed too. I got 3 beautiful children that are very respectful. I'm a grandpa. I got a 10-month-old grandson. I feel very blessed. But it's just rare to have these blessings and be grateful for them. Have an attitude of gratitude, I call it. And to hear you guys and your parents have it. Your mom made a huge your mom and dad made a huge sacrifice. But equally so, you two are grateful for that, and you're doing the same back. And it's goddamn beautiful. That's another inspiration in itself. And do you think, and now that makes sense, you guys see that's your biggest driver, that's your biggest force to say, I'm just going to push through this. You know, mom and dad would want me to do this. I got to do this for me, but also for them. Do you guys think about that when you're in the battle?
I just like, for me, it's just giving up wasn't an option. I guess that's what they engraved in us, because for gymnastics, my mom and dad were always like, don't give up, don't give up. You know, they could be better than you, but they could have a bad day, and, you know, you could have a great day and you could win in the long run. Just don't give up. And her in school, like, they supported her, and she was an aerospace engineer, and that was tough in itself.
Holy.
Yeah.
You
design rockets and stuff, and they're like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. We'll be here to support you, whatever your decision was. And when I decided not to continue with school, they were like, okay, maybe what's in your call. So they were just fully supportive. I can be any more thankful for that.
That is beautiful. God, I now I want to meet your mom and dad and hug the heck out of them too. So it's coming. If they're in Vegas, down there, they're getting a big squeeze. I'm going to tell you. No, it's beautiful and it's great. And I look forward to you guys getting home here shortly too and having a visit with them. That'll be a nice rekindle and connection. How often do you talk to mom and dad on the phone or?
Probably like.
Well, whenever we get a trip to Hawaii, the phone calls are like constant.
Every day, a couple times a day.
The phone calls, the text messages, like my mom texts me probably about 4 times, congratulations, after the first combine, and then she called me and then left a voicemail again.
That's beautiful.
So, like, I guess we talk to them a lot still.
Good.
And I talk to my dad every time I have a car problem. Like, I don't know, something's rattling in my car. Is it going to blow up? And he's like, no.
Just drive it till the wheels fall off, son. Hey. Well, that's remarkable. So I want to ask you guys a question. I'm going to start with you, Tanya, ladies first again. I like to ask this. If you could shake a magic wand and change one thing in this world, what would it be?
One thing in this.
Tough one.
Wow. I don't know. No, you can go.
Like you said, I guess you would say, I guess people should be more grateful for everything. There's people worse off than we are, and then people just take that for granted, saying like, "Oh, I only have the newest iPhone." I mean, I have a phone that we're talking on right now that's a hand-me-down from her from 5 years ago. It still works. I'm not complaining about it. It's fine. I guess to be grateful for what you have.
Yeah,
That's what I would change in the world. People are not grateful anymore.
I love it. I love and take that attitude of gratitude saying it's yours now. You can use that. You can say to someone, "Hey, get a little more attitude of gratitude, mister." No, that's beautiful, Kanoa. Did you think of something, Tanya? You're on the spot.
Well, I kind of just to go along with Kanoa's because for everything that like I've been through lately, like I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful I can, I recovered so well because I had another couple of friends who actually had back surgery as well, and they didn't come out of it as good as I did. So just to be like grateful and thankful for everything that you've been handed, and make the best of what you do
That is beautiful. You just stemmed another question to me, the two of you. All the things you've overcome, all these adversities the two of you have overcome to, between injuries and setbacks in life and everything. How big of a part do you think this attitude of gratitude has played for you? Like the fact you have this much gratitude, it's how big of a part do you think it's played for you to just get through it always?
Recently, it's a big part, I would
Yeah.
say.
have.
It's only recently I've had my sister back to 100%. And that makes you grateful for a lot of things that you took for granted. Like just walking at the park with the dog, she couldn't do it. So, like, this is the simplest things that now, you're grateful for. I guess that plays a big, 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 big part in everything. Like, at the end of the day, too, like, saying working out, like, I'm just grateful that I got a sweat on. Like, that's to say. I mean, that's great. I'm like, you know what? I lived another day.
Yeah,
So,
that is beautiful. Do you guys practice that in the morning? It seems to me you two must have some kind of a regiment here to have such gratitude all the time.
I don't know if we would say you practice that. I
I don't,
mean,
it's not like we practice it. It's just something that we're trying to be, well, just something that we're trying to just remember all the time. Like we could be worse off. We were, at one point, we were pretty low. Like we didn't know like what was going to happen to us if we could even stay in Vegas because we were like in between housing, like that, especially that time where I lost my job. Like I'm like, okay, how am I going to pay rent? How are you going to take care of us?
and I was between contracts.
Yeah, so
And
there has been a couple hard times, but then we come back from it. So it's like if we just keep pushing through, head up high, we can make we'll make things happen, even if it's not the way we turned out. We wanted it to turn out, we still made it through.
Hell yeah. There we go. I love that. That there you I think you two should write a book. I'm going to challenge I'm serious. I'm going to challenge the two of you. I'm going to challenge the two of you. Before you both hit 40, you need to have a book written as a brother sister combo. It's never been done, I bet you. And how remarkable would that be?
that'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Well,
damn right. You're damn right. It would be because of the support and love you two have for each other, but also wanting the best for each other always, unconditionally. You know what they say? You have a dog. I want to hear about your dog in a minute too, but they say that the only thing you love unconditionally is a pet, is a dog. But I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit on that. I think that's too cliche because I'm sitting here looking at the two of it right now, and it's remarkable. So I think you two should write a book. I'm challenging you. As you start to have these thoughts, start recording on your phone or whatever, some thoughts you have. Start saying it back in there. I think you two would write one remarkable story coming from Hawaii, the island, not knowing where you're going to end up, going through these adversities. Tanya, you weren't walking not long ago. Like, what the hell? And seriously, and Kanoa, you wanted everything for her to get out of that wheelchair and just slay it, and now she's doing it. And that's where your emotion lies, because oh my God, here we are. It's excitement. You guys would write one hell of a book. Bestseller. Best goddamn seller. I feel it already.
Hey, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that would be rocking. So tell me about your dog. What kind of dog do you have?
I have a pit bull.
Oh shit. That's a
Yeah.
beauty.
And I have a little Alaskan Eskimo Bichon. So
Oh, cute.
But that's the queen of the house.
yeah, she's the queen.
Oh shit. And the pit bull, those two get along good?
Yeah, very good. I would say my pit bull, even when she's bigger, she's more of the baby of the bunch. She's scared of almost everything. It's kind of funny.
Well, they're
And then-
they're labeled wrong then, aren't they? Hey, they're labeled
Yeah.
by society.
And then, like, she's the biggest baby. If I'm not like, she, if you couldn't see, but I was trying to kick her out of the way right now because she kept trying to like get in the screen.
Well, bring her on. We want to see her.
Pika, come here.
Oh no. Oh, there's beauty right there.
Come here, Susan.
And there's
Come here.
Yeah, get them both up there. This is oh my God, is that adorable? You two look at all the love you got right there. What else do you need? Nothing. Hey, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I love it. So I really appreciate you two doing this, and I hope you take my challenge seriously. And I'm going to be checking up on you. And that wasn't scripted. It's just as we're talking, I sometimes too get these shivers up my back, and you'll see tears running down my face because I'm a big old softy. And you guys tell your story, and I see that. I see a book. I see a book by the two of you, and I think that's something you two need to pursue. What a life the two of you have had, a life of not paved. I tell you what, every hurdle you could imagine, the two of you have been through it. And the fact that you're taking these combine series and the powers, all these things, and using it as fuel to move yourself forward and turn these struggles into strength, freaking amazing. Goddamn amazing. And that adds so much fuel to an old fart like me too, and it will to piles other as people get to view these things, So I appreciate the two of you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. And when I get back there, group hug. Group hug. Tom's a hugger. You're both getting squeezed. You're gonna get the tank hug, the big tank hug. Thank you for doing this, you two. And
Yeah.
Tanya, I need to follow. Do you have social media? Are you on Instagram or anything?
I am.
I want to get that from you. So if Kanoa could, we won't do that on screen because I don't want everyone hassling you if they see this. So Kanoa, you have my number. You text that to me so I can get
Okay.
following Tanya's journey too. I want to follow the two of you and watch your awesome journey. And thank you for doing this.
For sure.
no problem.
Now
It was fun. Thank you
get
for
writing, get writing that book. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
slaying it. Bye-bye.